Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LEC matchup.
Control over mid, and now it becomes very difficult for Closer to really try and push this, but Vladdy has cleared out mid wave, so they're going to come in.
Zenith Blade starts it off. That Destiny we talked about, using some of the lead from top, brings it in. Shayo flashes away, and BDS caught out this time around. Casey with a great response. Kana chasing him down, and Shayo has nothing to get out of. Zenith Blade with a flash on top. First blood for Vladdy. Casey's response there, very intelligent.
Super nice.
Kana there. And Gold's actually not that far up. Aragon, you were just talking about the 10-minute mark and what happens, usually in isolation for the matchup. Kana sacrificed himself a little bit, and as Arrow comes through, it makes me pause. Vladdy going to dodge this away, and there's nothing to be seen up in the top side as the wave is too far stretched.
Just down bot side.
Yeah, this is bizarre. I assumed that they were just going to try and play off of that rotation advantage and then look for the pick with Ice's ult, but now you are in quite a bit of danger. Multiple members of KC here. Destiny can pop things off at any point in time.
Lavrov is angling for the engage. All he needs is one dredge line, but again, numbers aren't here until Adam, he just walked up. He must have, as he TP'd out, and now coming through. The arrow follows through as well, but the Wild Growth doesn't have any plants under it. This is scuffed. KC getting poked down regardless, so they're culling enough, but with Adam just walking in and then playing it slow, it looked bad at the start, but all KC need to do is find a turn. There's a dredge line against the wall. Vladdy will not be caught out, but Grub's going to be taken over. The early game's still strong enough. Kana has now ghosted a strange turn of play that BDS seemed to have gotten away with.
It was a little bit indecisive. We were question marking it a little bit as Adam TP'd down bot side, but he decides, you know what, we actually want to contest this. We want to secure. It's close. You can see Kana, he actually reset that to complete his Kraken, but then they bring up Nuke into the top side, so then Kana cannot flex onto that tower. Planting, a beautiful attempt from Ice, not going to quite land.
Destiny's going to be used. I mean, Kana's here, spots them all out, and yeah, just with the time as well, a short mistake in front of Herald.
And this is what we talked about with Lavrov. It's kind of been a new symptom coming into playoffs, is at times he's just wandering through where he has no right to be. There was no presence mid. They'd already seen Kana leave from top side, and it just ends up getting caught then in the river, giving KC this Rift Shroud. Nuke does need to be careful as well, though. Kana has no flash, which means he should be able to get away.
Nuke has the range, gold card under turret, the poke doesn't connect, but still Nuke has just shown where they are, is trying to come through. That's a two-man solar flare. BDS, it turned from a soft contest into a hard one. They've got an ulti from Adam though, and Sherry gets out, but it's burnt over the wall. Instead, now Nuke comes in and Ice starts free firing. It's turned around so quickly that double 80 carries blowing them apart, and BDS are the kings of misfortune this game.
How the hell did BDS?
Every time KC are running from a fight, or like even if it seems like they have numbers, things like the Ashe dueling that comes in early as well. The early power of this Lucian is adding a lot of value versus a Corki as well. And let's not forget, the Maokai is 2 levels down in most cases, so his base health is also low. He's actually quite squishy.
Huge power troughs before the Triforce completion. I completely agree with you, Asterix. So just, I guess, in the raw DPS, the raw strength factor of these champions until now, regardless of they have the Rift Herald, so maybe they can utilize that to break mid.
Yeah, Vladdy got it.
Yep, so we'll have to see if they're able to fight with that. The only problem is, I mean, Dragon just secured for BDS, mid tower secured for BDS. It feels like they don't have a huge amount of points of pressure, because you can even see Lavrov now coming down to help out Nuke, so he doesn't get played. You have to go to the tower though, Lavrov.
He arcane shifts away, or rather that's Illusion in. Closer under turret, gets cullinged. It's a 1-for-1 trade, it might even be more. Adam comes through, the arrow did fly through. It was a shutdown over to Vladdy, but slowed down, and now he's in a lot of trouble himself. Adam has enough to keep him there for years. He gets flipped around, and man, as easy as smashing a coconut. Adam's 3-0.
TPing down, this is exactly what we wanted to see from Adam. He's had shaky performances recently.
It felt like they didn't really know how they wanted to approach things. We weren't getting those smart rotations with Ice and Lavrov around the map, buying space for Adam. Nuke having that isolated 1v1 where he could try and shine. It felt very disjointed. They didn't know how they wanted to approach. It actually felt like they were regressing back to last year, prioritizing Dragons, but might need to hold off on this. KC force them off top tower.
Yasho gets poked down. This one-trick comp, it felt like, in a bit of playoffs and even in previous splits. Definitely adapted that since double 80 carry comps have early barons these days with the pick out on the side.
Look top side,
I mean, I am indeed. Destiny's going to be there. Ghost is on top of Nuke. I mean, he's got nothing to get out of this, and Targamas with a solar flare locks him in place. Nuke is just trying to trade. There's a pick. Arrow doesn't connect either. No follow-up.
And this is the problem that BDS have in the side lane. I was going to get to it in the mid game. They're against Global with the TF, so what TF on Kana can do is he can just sit side.
101 tells me that 180 to 92 CS is a big lead. Double the CS lead in jungle, and so Shayo's going to be strong as arrow flies through onto Targamas. I don't know if he's tanky enough. Adam runs forward, and him getting caught out, that's a big engage from KC. Nature's Grasp is there, but LeBron is willing to die for it. Closer runs in, but he will not be running out. Adam now searing with Avenger.
Kana's trying to push in mid to threaten the tier 1, so Ice going to push out these top waves and see if they can get some pressure around that, or some vision, I should say, around that Baron area.
Yep. Those deaths up top side for Targamas means they've lost full control of bot side, only that crab there for vision.
When have they had control of bot side? Let me ask you.
That's a good question.
Now, just a side note, while we are walking towards Baron and Casey like we're going to flip the game, Shao hasn't backed in a while, so maybe not as powerful as you think. It is that fast, but as Nuke gets side, he has TP, and Nature's Grass comes out at 5k. Casey are trying to get this game back in their swing as the steal is not there, but the jungler is now dead. Okay, worthwhile if they can get at least 3 members out. As flashes are burned, gold cards are thrown, and Nuke is everywhere in between. The culling comes out at a bad angle.
No titters.
Upset is running away. There's good damage again, but BDS can't land any as Targamas is between the wave. He's sacrificing his life so that 3 can get away with Baron. When you're so far behind, especially in that jungle role, this feels like it's a good trade.
The fact you just get Baron off the map is kind of helpful for KC, but 2 kills going across and the Dragon now up means that you're just going to have Giving Soul, but this was a very much a flip.
Yeah, stalling the game with that Maokai, stalling the rush rather with that Maokai ulti, they managed to secure and actually get out with 3 people. I'm surprised. I think BDS are too, with how fast that Nash was, but Vladdy.
Oh, he's caught out. He's come
cooked.
back. I mean, remember that Targamas died in it. Nuke almost getting outplayed. It's a good flash in the end, and Vladdy's showing the power of Corky, but that's another Baron down. 2 left remaining.
Dashing away from the rockets and flashing the Q initially as the ultimate.
I was there. You know, Nuke, good dodge. BDS at least, you know, they're back and they're like, hey, we just got to pick on top. That also enables the Dragon. Soul's up. But gents, I'm going to throw some...
Realistically, despite 1 or 2 missteps, BDS have looked significantly more consistent than we've seen over the course of the playoffs. So, wait, as I say that.
Ice Destiny there. Arrow comes in as well. Kana has no way to stop that.
God.
Ice is just turning. He flashes into him and the entire team. Upset hits him, but now Targamas with the CC doesn't have follow-up damage. Closer comes in though, and now it's turning about in a big way. Ice finally dies as Nuke spaces out with the culling. Shao wasn't there. They're big fed jungler, and BDS are on the run.
I shouldn't have said anything.
I mean,
well, can't wait for Elder.
Ice flashes forward for a potential kill, but there's nothing on the map anyway. So you flash forward and you won't now flash for the next Elder. It's just a questionable choice, even if you do get something there. Labrov.
Oh, two-shot barrage. Good bit of damage, but Aftershock probably saves his life. He has Warmogs, but he won't be sticking around anyway as KC. Big couple of picks punishing BDS, and a mistake that can haunt them.
Shao's still on the top side as well, so it means that he's not going to be here to try and defend it. So it's a case of how far do KC want to try and push it. You'll at least get Kana pushing it mid. Looks like Shao going to move over to try and defend the mid tower.
And Dag Daddy, they've got objective bounties on there as well. And so gold is now caught up. So if we had that argument of how far BDS were, that's out the window.
And these towers are going to melt like popsicles. You cannot stick around to be in a position to hold on to this. KC, they just got
still a decent chunk of 30-40 seconds right now for Closer, who's got some stats under him thanks to the Warmogs, but he's still quite squishy. That tool is down, keep note.
There's a huge wave in bot side, so Kana's got down. Labrov, we got him!
He's dead. He just underestimated Upset's damage. It's funny that Labrov in this scenario is actually Upset.
Any other Dragon, and they'd be sitting pretty right now, but the weakness of the Chemtech shot is not carrying them over. They're just getting one shot. Labrov getting picked again in the enemy jungle.
But it's also the fact that Karmine over mid-wave now, so you can lean in towards that top side with both Closer and Adam playing for flanks.
Yeah, watch Ice's arrows as well. I think they're going to be pivotal. It's pretty hard to catch an arrow if you're side of Casey. You don't exactly have a Cassante W to tank it. It's going to have to be Leona.
Keep your eyes on Kana as well, trying to get that flank on towards
Closer's ult again. Arrow comes out. They're stopping the engage. Kana, Dagda pointed out. He starts it on Labrov, but in the backside, Adam is controlling the fight. Cassante is fair. Yes, he is, of course. Double kill goes over to Nuke, but in the meanwhile, the damage from this Lucian is also scaling nicely.
Both solo laners resetting, though, to try and teleport back in. Nuke going to cancel his, so they can have those health bars now to go towards the bar. 35 seconds until Elder as well. You can double up here as BDS and basically get the exodia of buffs to finish out this game.
You can tell they can't contest this. They don't think they can either. They're just going to settle for some bot side control on this Elder, like you're saying, Dagda, and take some camps away. This should just be all she wrote with this Baron.
Every single fight we watch is just like watching a plushie go into the middle of it. This Maokai can't withstand anything.
On the flank.
Destiny's here. All right, let's watch it out. As again, he's waiting for the gold card. He's already burnt it, though. It's down. Kana didn't get to make that flank, but a true shot barrage does the damage as Ice sends the arrow into the backline. It lands on Upset. He cleanses away at 9.5k. BDS are still hovering. With Lebrov having Warmogs, he needs to get out of combat and reset.
They could potentially flash onto Upset. He has no cleanse.
Oh, Cullen, Kana's out. Flash comes through, 8.5k. It's still danger zone here as KC try to find themselves the brilliant pick, but Nuke's on the back end making sure they can't. Flash is burnt there. It's not a spectator bug. He gets gold card and Bloody takes him out while on the backside. Adam is doing it again. The closer stills Elder, but I don't think it's enough. Depth charge comes through and Ice is doing enough damage. Their damage sources are out of there as Sheo gets himself over the wall and KC only survived by 2.
But if they can at least keep the Elder off of BDS, maybe they have a chance to stall, because it's only a minute and a half left on this Red Bull Baron power play. KC, they're running them around the map.
He's got flash!
No!
Bloody! Ice gets him in the end, and Kana, I mean, I'm not even sure he's safe. There's no destiny for ages. Sheo's got a blast going. The arrow. Oh my god! Man, I loved this track in the 80s, and again now I'm getting Ice, baby.
But how much do BDS want to try and take here? You've still got 10 seconds too far forward, so you kill off Nuke, and then on the top side, KC gets this bar.
Yeah, it looks like Adam's going to win this fight as well, but he doesn't manage to do it, and it looks like KC can get out, but they absolutely hunt the rest of KC down across the map.
And now back to live. BDS take that mid inhibitor. This is at least the last few dregs of this Baron buff to try and get at least these outer inhibitor turrets down. Can they? Yeah, they should be able to just tick over with this one with 20 seconds left.
You're questioning it because, again, you know, KC got some range here. Dagger, I know we talked about it in the draft, but BDS, their sieging power with Sheo is just so powerful, and I like the word power as well. Inhibitor's going to be dropping. At least his top one feels like it's up next as BDS, their bot wave. It's not slow pushing in, but there's so much pressure on the map that, again, that's just only the next dice.
No flashes on Ice or Nuke. Can target his lander. A potential engage.
And Nate just grabs
and flash forward if he wants to.
They're down. Closers, no ult. Targamas, no ult. BDS, take that inhibitor, and they'll be basically impossible for KC to really try and commit to, especially because BDS didn't reset. They just immediately took it, and you can see there, KC, they just have to look on as this is taken, but that feels like the final nail in the coffin with that Baron push going to be coming through.
With that Baron push down bot side, you play for mid and bot waves, empower those waves and maintain control with the Elder spawning as well. We might see a run back of the Nash and the Elder buff for the side of BDS. That lone inhib's probably going to fall, and we're going to see a lot of super minions pouring into their base.
Yeah, it's crested 40 minutes, which means that in playoffs we're allowed to finish our games now, so we have to be able to finish this one out soon, but it definitely has been reserved from BDS, which is not bad, like especially when you have had a few fumbles, just taking things slow and dotting your eyes.
Windows already shown. I am at least glad as Destiny comes through, and I pause for a second to see what Kana can do. I mean, were they spotted? Dredgeline comes through. Kana's sitting in a bush. Adam is the one to face check whatever bush that may be. Arrow flies through. It's onto target. They know Kana's here. They run forward, but Adam has taken too much damage. He dies. That is a fumble again as Kana gets a gold card onto Nuke, who starts chasing him down.
Look at the move speed coming up from Kana. He ghosts and he has the plants. He can displace himself really, really easily.
It's a red card. Send him off the pitch. All right, KC are going to survive from the culling, but Nuke again almost caught with his trousers.
KC haven't been put into the sim bin just yet, though. They can continue to push in towards this Elder Dragon, and you can't really move in here as BDS. You're completely separated.
He's chunked Nuke, but he can recall TP back if he wants to. Doesn't look like he's going to. He's going to look for this flank. Can they secure this? It's going to be KC now.
It's at 4K, 3K, 1K. It is indeed. Nuke gets destroyed. Gents, what did I tell you? It might not be the first Elder, but KC always have the Elder to sit on as Sheo is in the pit and he's dead. Arrow flies through and BDS, we are returning to some earlier stories.
2 minutes on this Elder Dragon. KC going to move in towards mid. Kana is clearing out the waves on top side and bot side. So they're going to look to just try and end the game right now. You don't have two of your big damage dealers. It's going to be a 3v4.
So much wave clear. Yeah, you just have Cassante and a Nautilus. They're useless. I think maybe they can look for an end here. They have the Elder Drake.
I'm looking at Ice, gents. I'm looking at full build 80 carry and what he can do in DPS. 4 members stand strong. KC with an Elder buff. A throw, but a catch of KC's godly hands.
The Baron buff is helping out BDS massively, though. They can slowly clear out these waves. And KC can't get them to the towers.
It's gone. Soul Flare's there onto Lebrov. There's the engage. Targamas jumps on in, but they need to get rid of Ice. The Elder might be able to do it, but against the Nexus turrets, a throw given over, and just like that, GG!
Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LEC matchup.
Coach is not a player.
Okay, so what does Castillo versus Corky look like in 2024?
Have
you played this in 2024?
I have never played this, I think, in my life.
He's up 400 gold. I mean, when you think of Ice, you think of the team fighting 80 carry for BDS that has been old reliable, even last game on the Ash. And for BDS, he's in a great spot.
Yeah, 2 plates down bot side. Massive lead for BDS, like you're saying, but matched up top side by Kana. Now, Upset is chunked. He does have full summoners to be able to flash away from potential Labrov engage, but Sheo, he really wants it. They want more here.
Articuno setting up the ultimate from across the wall. All it takes is Targamas. That Zenith Blade maybe would have pulled the trigger on the other side as Ice continues to sit out here and now starts trading against Upset. There's some good damage coming down. Targamas and Labrov again fighting it out, but there Sheo waited so long. Patience is a virtue, and that virtue gives first blood.
Yeah, I think Labrov going that big win for the bottom side of BDS.
Yeah, you're going to bleed out minions as well, aren't you, Dagda? It's just really rough if you're Upset here, but take a look at Kana here. Big trades coming out.
Oh, actually, Dominus going to come through as well. Adam has his own ulti too. I mean, he picked up the goes where he pleases. I think, right, we need a better name for that. While KC hover.
Help is on the way, though. Labrov is here as the dive comes through.
Dagda's going to start singing for us in a second. Labrov with a good cut away from the Seer. Sheo's coming in. His ult already burned in the previous exchange. Is closer. Has his blaze up and running. There we go. Seer that one. The rocket ain't in the right spot, and KC takes Sheo apart. Well, the rest of BDS was sitting in the lane. Where the kill credit went, because it means, again, that maybe that's the thing that pushes over the line as we look towards this fight.
Sheo going to try and get himself in here, but I don't know if he really can. Adam is very separate and super low. That ultimate just about to tick over, it seems, in the top. Yeah, has it available now.
We've got a squint for that one. BDS at least forced their way in, though. They deny 4 grubs. Okay, maximum dosage needs to be used now. Does it?
Getting 2 of those. What? Maybe it was just Ice rotating up they're a little bit nervous about, but they're going to look again for the play on Adam. He's completely isolated.
That's this workout gear from the 80s. That's what he wore to the gym. Adam's going to heal up, and dosage has been used. BDS are moving on in. Nuke is there. I mean, the petrifying gaze is what I look for. Standing on ground. I mean, he's there, and he gets a 2-man! Cassiopeia comes in and knocks him still. Kana now between the whole team, and Nuke walked up. He looked like a bait, but that snake ain't for eating.
Nuke fine. He's going to struggle a little bit. Adam might have gone a bit too far. They were closer here.
It's Mundo. Dagda, say the line. Come on.
He gets on out of there.
Yeah, okay, you're right. That's Irish Mundo. If you.
A lot of presence here on this bottom side from BDS, but KC in a position here as well to cover up closer. I don't know if he was spotted on that ward, but he's definitely spotted Labrov.
Oh dear. Wait, TP comes through, actually. It's going to advance, isn't it? KC under this turret field safe for now, but Adam is just running them down. Labrov with the engage. This is why it's banned against him so much. It's clean as anything as Nuke just stands his ground, poisons them down, slows with the petrifying gaze, and the twin fangs commence. It's a trade from closer, but BDS still open the map wide.
BDS investing everything onto the bottom side there. You'll see Upset going to get some damage on this mid tower, and also probably top going to fall, but getting kills in towards Ice was the big advantage off towards that. But honestly, only the 2 assists for him means that it wasn't as successful as they'd hoped for, but still, they do open up the gold feed.
I mean, look at Labrov here. He's fishing onto Upset, potentially behind him. I mean, Upset can hop over this wall, but he's still kind of stuck in isolation.
He is. Vasco in there. He won't take it. He's got Targamas coming to help him out, but Targamas needs to leave. The flash away from Upset won't be worth it. He's just dead. A kill over to Ice, and it was 2 turrets there for KC. But at the end of the day, getting more kills over to Ice.
Last one, especially Adam, taking that top lane lead, crashing a wave, and then TPing down bot side as well to secure that first blood turret.
Stops a lot of these engages and become a nuisance in its own right.
Still, nice moves from BDS here. They move Sheo from that top side in towards mid. Fully Upset off the wave.
Mine.
And now Adam gets top. But you can see multiple members with the Rift Herald starting to move in towards mid lane as well.
Waiting to get low, he flashes away. He's got the ulti there as well. Red buff is burning him down. I mean, this 1v1 for Kana is getting risky. It's only a level 12 Mundo, and he takes the 1v1. Does not go where he does not please. But it's to now overpush mid with Herald.
Yeah, this is the Herald play that we're talking about, and now BDS can start to very much threaten bullying KC back off the turret itself. Guarantees the take, and now they can BDS encroach.
KC have such a difficult decision to make here. Do you take the fight down in items or give up a soul point fight here? I mean, it looks like they can't walk in through this choke. It's going to be incredibly difficult without being picked off.
Kana is going to be spotted out first at the very least. He's another heart still stack as his passive is taken away. Adam can't find the chase to get it as Targamas is already in the river. Cheo jumps in first and Targa is getting bullied on down. He has to flash away, which is part of his engage, which is an issue. Solar Flare on a Mundo. Zena's played on a Mundo. Targa is going for the engage, but at least they find it. He's destroyed by Closer. Casey finding the pick when I thought they couldn't is a start.
Adam falling for the team fight is crucial. Dying through the W, you never see that versus a Mundo, but they have enough damage to bring him down. Now, can they flex the numbers advantage versus BDS?
Pressure coming forward. Closer wants to step up, but he's so squishy. LeBron goes in.
He does again. There's a setup from the rail, and Closer's drawn on in. Still enough here from Nuke and Ice. Upset will take him down for the trade, but Ice also gets excited.
BDS bot lane turret as Kana is already in position to take that.
I mean, take a look at the TP coming in down bot side. Adam might get it for the long
Not
chase
too
here.
bad so far. Sure, the early game's been a little bit of a rough with BDS finding the trades across the map, but we're going to watch him in a fight again. He actually gets caught on out. I talk about him, and he erupts. Nuke finds a kill, and now Targamas is in trouble. What an engage, and another reason why we say LeBron just shouldn't get his hands on this champion. He's pretty damn clean with it.
And the things you have to be careful about when you're playing such a squishy composition, when Kana's on the side lane, if you get caught, you are done. And now BDS stepping up once more. KC looking at group, looking to push BDS away.
And Mundo great at zoning away, as you can see, as Vladdy has to walk in, Kana has to walk in, Adam will take his stacks with him as well, and the Heart Zapper heals him up. We finally see the second activation as also with maximum dosage. The chase will continue. Ice gets excited. BDS get Baron.
It's being extremely accelerated through the bot side players and all the isolated scaling with that gold from the plating.
I mean, we talked about Nuke at the start, but again, this Cassiopeia has also been really solid in these fights as well. Solar Play comes through, and speaking of which, it's Nuke in the backline, but it's a good disrupt from both LeBron and Sheo. Sheo Sejuani, another one is, I want to look at mid. Or maybe not Ice. Wait, he's excited, he's excited, and
the damage
is killing. Ice is unleashing. Those earlier plates are starting to build and build and build and build as BDS keep going and going and going on this top side. Closest dead for 25 seconds. That inhibitor is rubbishly dead.
It's completely gone. And you even got the get out of jail free button if you want, but they want more. They want to crack the entire case wide open here.
And Ice keeps getting excited every time a turret goes down, every time an inhibitor goes down. He uses the range, he steps forward, and BDS just like that have taken double inhibitor.
They will spot out. KC already on their way out. The TP from Kana to match. BDS going to try and encroach from this bottom half of the river.
Well, it's Sheo again, who's looking for the engage. Close is just stuck. He has to flash over, and Targamas is taking the front line damage. I mean, there we go again, and here comes Duke once more as Adam is leading the charge, but Ice is excited once more. A double kill. I smell Penta territory for Ice on a classic. Kana jumps in, but Ice gets him again. A Quadra sitting in the making as Tom Riddle's snake leads at this time, but Ice is so low, looking for the gratification.
I think Nuke was fishing for that flash ultimate there to facilitate Ice to get that kill, get that penta kill over the wall, but they don't pull the trigger, and now they can just look for the end.
But Upset might be called out. I mean, he's got to flash himself. There's Nuke. Oh, it's fake. He ults backwards. Was it the classic buffer that you can do in Cassiopeia? Either way, regardless, this game's over, and BDS will not make the same mistakes in this best of 5 that they did in the game 1. This time it's clean. This time it's clinical. This time it's team fighting front to back with Ice in charge. Old, reliable Korean 80 carry. BDS, love that guy.
BDS, they're mad. They're not happy with how last game went, and they change it. They turn it around, getting a huge lead for Ice and playing the map clinically. A beautiful showcase of minimization in the top lane and excellent.
Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LEC matchup.
In this 80 carry meta, as you said, full AD, the value that Adam just brought in from that one pick feels like,
What have we done?
a winning draft angle. And is pointing towards Upset in the river. Dagger, is there something you want to share with me?
I was just saying, be ready for upset. He's coming up river, so that's why you get to see BDS pulling on off. They were like, look, we don't really know if we're going to be outnumbered here. Now moving into bot side, Targamas needs to be very careful.
Rob setting up. There's the engage, but again, it's quite deep here. The Dark Binding connects, though, and over the wall, Polymorph helps out. Upset's angle even better. He's in the best spot here. Sheo now behind enemy lines, wants to sacrifice, but I don't know if he'll be led. The Dark Binding to connect again, but Vladdy gets a reset. Starts firing away, and not only one kill to the Eddie carry in the mid lane, but one to the bottom laner as well. Casey with a beautiful punish.
Upset. Which is the right call for them. They're more interested in trying to stop their towers from falling.
Yeah, gold lead to the KC. A bit too scary for BDS to deal with.
You like the idea from KC of trying to look for these plays is here we go.
The flash in, cease and desist. Ice is caught out. He used the killer instinct to get some space, and that's really nice. And Sheo coming in helps, but he hasn't landed anything. Upset just chases him down, gets him to half HP, and with Targamas and Vladdy behind, Sheo's in trouble. He gets flashed on, he gets ultied. The Black Shield helps him out. No explosive charge to finish the job as Vladdy spaces the Dark Binding. The Tormented Soul is not enough damage. They walk over it.
Wow,
TP comes through. Adam's like, I've got to protect him.
They can't. That bot wave is about to push in, so they need to invest Adam down here, and Labrov goes in.
He does
But
get
the damage
engaged.
isn't here.
I mean, the question is Adam going to find anything with the flash? Ulti follows through. The Lulu Polymorph, the Wild Growth is there, and Targamas does die. Adam helps him get a kill, and there's that comp finally in a pretty scuffed way.
The second was going to be another objective secured, with Kana trying to shift upwards potentially to secure it as well, but that's going to be fruitless. And he's
For
just
BDS to take this dragon.
But man, I mean, Vladdy's having the time of his life in the side lane. First Tower of Blood picked up. KC continued to trade up in this early game. It's looking good as Adam.
Frozen Heart completed. He can run him down here.
Vladdy's going to be slow, but
Lead, but it's not a huge amount when you look at the items. Like, there's not 1.5 items coming through on most people, so you're at a relatively even point. So maybe this is a moment where you could actually go for it, but Kana goes in.
He goes in on Mini Nut. You just timed out. Can NA? I mean, that was rough.
I think he was hoping he'd just get the ults off, and then you had Closer over the wall who could follow with his own ult, and you'd be able to combo it, but mistimed it just about, and Labrov, hero play, just there at the nick of time to get that CC so Kana couldn't flash away.
Question is, what's this going to convert into? Nuke can free hit the tower now. They do have a grub.
It's a bait. Labrov Hex flashes over the wall.
JCC.
It lands and Closer's stuck. We're starting to see BDS's comp and how
Away
he's
from Adam should be able to put pressure on towards this bottom side. Nuke going to show on bot means you've got numbers advantage mid, so they shove off a mid tower. So even if they can't move him, when he decides he wants to move,
Yeah,
at least
it's on a ward as well, yeah, so it's just going to be secured. It's a free dragon to BDS. It's a bit too scary for Casey. I think Closer's having a really hard time this game because he's a dive
dive holiday by himself.
Was it by himself? I thought he went with friends.
No, he eventually made friends.
Okay, well, maybe that's what needs to happen this game. Ulti flushed away from, but Adam's now exposed. They can play front to back, and you know what? He doesn't need friends. He runs in under turret, and maybe I could be wrong, as Upset has been Wild Growth in the meantime, and Kana comes in with a big ulti, but here's the problem. The follow-through isn't there. BDS sitting under their turret, laughing at that hair's breadth of a structure.
under turret. BDS managed to clean up the fight afterwards, and now it's going to be a Nash start.
BDS have been playing this really well. The fact that they have Ice solo the drag here as well after you push in mid, Nuke in a position already with that Barn buff makes it so difficult for KC to really try and control this.
And I know why Vision, I mean, the world joys.
Who cares? My man can build a Rabadons if he wants to. I think.
Ooh, front line.
But how do you try and contest this, KC? BDS, control river, you're walking in blind to Alistair, Malphite. No, your flash isn't up on Vladdy, he'd Arcana, so they'd have to be very careful. So again, well, Nuke actually just going to solo this out, but trying to get into position here is nigh on impossible.
As Targamas has to flash away, Adam just ulties in. Labrov says Closer, go away. Dark Binding doesn't connect here, and maybe there's an avenue of attack as KC sent Kana around the side, but Dragon's already taken. Kana, no Mega Nard though, so Nuke starts firing away. The Phosphorus Bomb is disgusting. It's dirty, it's unclean. This champion again showing us why it needs to be taken away as Ice now plays his own front to back. Vladdy gets out over the wall, but the poke starts landing. With this Baron spawning in 15 seconds.
Yeah, I will say that Adam's ultimates have been a bit hit or miss, and I think if Upset can find...
That's funny. Sorry, go on.
Can find a avenue of attack where he can unleash with all of his magic damage on that Zeri ultimate. Potentially there's an avenue of attack there. If Adam...
Oh, okay.
Kana's mini.
Kana's, yeah, he goes to Mega, but he might just run it. Kana there, and that one's a hit, Aragon, if you look at Adam. The binding connecting as well, Closer just can't get out.
Ice?
Help him move. He gets the ulti through. Sheo actually misses the binding, but follows through onto Upset. Ice has gone too far, and maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was okay. As now Vladdy jumps on into the fight. He gets shocked a little bit here by the poke damage, but
it's really uncharacteristic, like you said. Usually we associate this guy with being incredibly clutch in the mid to late game team fights, and now with the numbers disadvantage, it's an Ash start.
Baron start. Upset doesn't have ulti. Targamas does, though. I'm looking at KC's cooldowns here, and I'm looking at who can deal some damage. Closer with no engage, and at 7k, it has to come down to a still Sheo. The binding sent out, but he needs to get near the pit. Sheo's zoned out at 4k. Kana ultis away. Vladdy has already absorbed the ulti, but at 3k, it comes down to a flip on the back. Closest dying to Baron.
The Baron's
BDS run on in.
Get the Baron, get the Baron.
It hasn't been refreshed. Adam can't walk on in. Now it does. They turn for the fight. What are we doing? BDS this. Nuke goes up, says, I can do it. And the rest of BDS are like, what are we doing?
We had 2 fights in a row where one of BDS's carries is just Nadia. Now the fight is continuing. Labrov, I don't think they can chase here. Back again.
Bro, it's like watching Mark play Squeaker. At 10k, it's going down, and I'm looking at him with the ulti coming through from the flank. He hits 3 members. He's polymorph, but not in time. It slows it down. The Dark Binding out of range as Adam still absorbing the damage, but Ice is there. He's ultied on the Black Shield, means no engage for you. Close is just dead. Adam chased Labrov into the mix. KC have lost their jungler, but they've found the engage. Sheo flashes away. Ice in trouble. Vladdy flashing on his head. Reset there. Killer instinct, and it's turned around. Nuke to save the day. Upset kills Ice anyway. The range there, and man, KC are catching me unaware.
It's going to be round 2 in just a second, though. Adam has TP if he wants to. Upset going under. Nuke can turn
We're just running for it, aren't we? KC, they find the turret, the Dark Binding not connecting. Yes, as this dragon spawns, they're heading towards to find out.
I think it's for fans of both sides. The heart attack is real when you're watching this game as BDS stepping forward. Nuke going to hop away from Adam, has his ultimate just up. Kana though.
The ulti onto Karmine. He's going to get binding, but he's into the Mega Knight. It won't matter. The burst from Nuke is too much. KC have lost their front line. Now onto the Dragon. The stats are for real, because Closer either needs to steal this or it's Soul Point.
The massively extended play in the fight goes over to the side of BDS once again. Kana in
this situation. No flash on Sheo, no flash on Nuke, but can you ever find access to these two?
Can Upset be the hero for KC?
I mean, he's not. The engage is there again. It's a problem, but Upset now cutting it back. Labrov has got a bomb on his head while Adam now runs on him, but Upset has exploded. Baron holds off, and Adam is thinking, maybe I can get an ult in on the front.
BDS started because KC, they've drifted to bot.
Closest bot, yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, Baron's just gone. All that push and pull for Baron, and one mistake, BDS are there to snap.
I think it was a conscious decision, you know, deciding we'll take bot side camps and maybe hit tier 2.
Ulti available, Closer just going to get hit first. The movement speed gathered here with the 3-item Malphite, ready to pull the trigger. Onto Upset, onto Targa. Closer starts it off. Adam is taking next to no damage, and Closer and Targamas already poked out in the fight.
They can send Ice to solo this or rush it down real quick whilst Adam feigns engages onto the mid.
Free Soul. I mean, Closer's trying to get on in. How do you get past Adam? There's the Infernal Soul and a free fight to boot. Thank you so much for the drive-through. I'll take it to go. KC have to run for their lives as their jungler's now dead. And with Baron still there for another little bit, the push will continue.
There's a wave on bot side as well. Kana,
no! Second time this game. A big mistake from the new top laner. He was imported, but now he's dead.
Vladdy has to go bot side to clear out that wave, which means BDS can play off the mid wave. Nuke gonna escort that wave and bot as well. This is gonna be a massive blunder from KC, dropping 2 inhibitor turrets off the back of the wave.
At least it's 2 inhibitors. I mean, you have Upset and Vladdy, but they can just get engaged on. Adam still has ulti.
And flash available as well. He burns it. At least Upset flashes away. It's not that clean as the Pro goes on in as well. BDS maybe back away. We didn't get what we wanted as the ulti burn, and Ice almost dies on the back end. Upset threatens more, and KC top lane up. And BDS have been exposing it quite often.
It's so hard to defend this top lane turret, especially with Labrov and Adam just threatening the potential dive.
Time to be sent to the bench. I mean, Giant X will be cheering. Jackies will probably do a dance on the desk, but
Upset's got to be really careful with his positioning. Vladdy now has scaled up and has 4 items as well. Can the auto attackers of KC free?
Oh my god, but Ice can, that's for sure. Ice's W hit, and ladies and gentlemen, quick reset. Baron.
Oh, Closer.
As well as the fact there's a Rabadon's. Ice keeps hitting. He don't miss. Wait for the next W, only a couple of seconds of cooldown. He hits again. Closer needs to be further right now as a Nexus turret drops. Targamas gets hit as well. It keeps landing. And again, and again, and again, as Vladdy goes into GA, and now Ice will run to save the day. He hits, he kills, and BDS are finding their final moments in this game as Closer has no chance but to go in. The dive under turrets is good enough as well. And now with a triple down, BDS will take us to match point in clinical style.
KC tried to make their last stand, but BDS cut the legs out from underneath them.
Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LEC matchup.
Gonna do the proxy farming again. Okay, this might be KC's last draft. What do you think of it, you both? Goldberg, you start.
Well, it still has some of the core issues that the other one did.
Vision of him, which means that you're actually able to immediately roam up towards this top side as well. Closer's early pathing, like he took a lot of risks to try and make something happen. Top side means you can't really contest this either.
And also, Sheo probably thinks, you know, it's expected. He's probably going to get grubs because of the fact that they have a Kennedy.
But it was also, like, look at where Nuke was. Nuke had just gone for the reset, so a little bit of an overextension, honestly, from BDS they were looking to escape from.
Slicing Maelstrom starts off. Adam might be in a bit of trouble. This is solo kill territory. I'm waiting for the Shuriken to come through, but a minion stands in the way. Massive wave up for Kana as well. Adam doesn't want to miss out. He's got flash. He burns it under turret. That's big. Kana is going to kite around a decimating smash as well. So the stun stops it, but I mean, the fact is Adam can still stand here.
Yeah, the E flash from
got
Kana.
him. Got him.
Does he fall? No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. But at least the minion wave, I feel like for Adam, the Pulse would be watching that saying, man, at least the minion wave's gone.
Yeah, at the very
Pressure on from Nuke. They started to teeter down towards his bot side. BDS were heavily playing for ice in this lane, but here we go.
Timing's not good. I mean, Closer is here, but yeah, Sheo's behind as well. The Brand has himself a Pyroclasm to throw out. Closer's going to blaze for a little bit as Labrov is the trade. He gives a reset to Closer. Dredgeline there, ice pull back in. The Heartbreaker, Playmaker. Closer comes in and looks better than Showmaker.
Everyone abandons Closer, and Sheo can make his way in. Labrov is going as well to play Human Ward.
Thinking about it. I mean, maybe the fight afterwards. Closer is here. Might have to get the smite down. He does, but BDS now shows.
See if you can make something happen.
Yeah, conceding that first tower up topside is rough, but maybe they can bind something onto Tristana. My only concern is he can buffer the Cyanol, even if it connects. Even though he has flash, he paths in a way which tells me he wants to avoid the vision and hide in the bushes, potentially find an ulti.
Only look at that bottom side as well. Another turret about to fall. It's going to be a 5k gold lead very, very quickly coming through for KC, and this is getting put to the point where BDS, this may just be insurmountable.
I mean, it's big for KC, but I mean, you can look on the other side of BDS and say, you know what, we can make an argument now that the power trough of Corky's gone. He's got his completed Triforce.
No flash, a potential 5v5 with the Dragon if BDS feel like it, but it looks like they're not going to try and go for it instead. Sheo on that top side already. They're just going to look for the turret and the gold instead.
Yeah, securing Dragon, but they are bleeding a bit topside. I mean, they're going to lose a tower up top as well as multiple waves. KC trying to find plays down in bot side with Kana Flash engaging with that ultimate.
I was like, ah, crap.
Yeah. Well, Eminem versus who? I don't know any French. I know Stromae. I don't know if that's correct. I know he's not a rapper, but absolute banger song as the setup is there. This is also a banger engage. LeBron has to flash away. Dredgeline gets him to the wall, but he's stunned up for a time being. Upset runs on any ultis, but is it too far? BDS say, no, please get out of our jungle. There's a reset there for Closer. Vladdy now joins in as well. Right side here, as observers can see, thanks to BDS setting it up a little bit earlier. So they know, again, that KC around this area, and Targmas, the angle's beautiful. Labrov caught out again. When he's not on the rel, this guy struggles in the mid-game. And once again, 0 and 3 here. KC have an opening towards the Baron.
Yeah, here it isn't so egregious because you maybe think you can do the Dragon before they come off of their resets, but all game long, it's just Closer. It's just KC doing objectives, and there being no opposite play.
But it comes back to what Adam talked about
again,
on...
we waited out. 25 seconds. Remember, again, KC won game 1.
KC won game 1.
Yeah. Other way around. Dagda, what do we
is
see?
being started. Kana threatening that inhibitor turret. Does he TP? This is going to go so quickly.
It really is. I mean, BDS making a mega play. KC are now walking in. It's pulled off, though. But that's BDS's damage on Baron.
I think it'll be Vladdy now who starts to take up that mantle of pushing in a bottom side. Dragon going to be secured for KC, though, and that will be the soul.
That's just soul. Cloud soul for a game 4.
Yeah, an attempt onto Baron. And it isn't fruitful.
And they're thinking about starting Baron again.
You can see what Nuke and Adam are trying to expend both numbers there. This is going to work out. They're going to have to teleport.
It's going to get really quick.
Adam starting to move in. Kana not really in a position, but Baron.
Targamas ulti's out. The Brand ult does a lot. Targamas in trouble. Decimating Smash not enough. Not enough. He has Warmogs to come back in.
Kana on the flank, but Targamas is so low.
He's spotted. Wait, Labrov, Dredgeline, flash away from a flash defensively for Kana. That is a bit of a nightmare. Mid's now going to be opened up for BDS.
KC have to run topside, and BDS, they're trying to keep them away from the mid lane turret. The hook! Not going to go out.
God, we're just on an edge, aren't we? Now Closer might be caught out. Heartbreaker, no, he dodges away from Adam.
Control was up the side of BDS. It's on KC to face check.
Massive push from Vladdy on the bottom side. He has the TP.
True.
So BDS
have to start it.
You have to start it, you have to draw it out, but there's the TP from Nuke.
I mean, he's going to try and bring in some damage of his own. He's part of the reason why it made it so quick. BDS sitting in front of the Baron. I mean, Kana's here, but again, Vladdy's just pushing for the game.
The Baron's
at
so
5K, the Baron's going down. BDS might have it in the palm of their hands, and it's not contested, but Targamas, the flash three-man engage with Kana coming up as well. Shocks and awes. KC now explode the fight, explode the sides, and as Vladdy comes on in, and Ice tries to win it out, it's a trade. Upset cleans up the rest, and just like that, KC find their window to strike.
The Baron went down, but KC take the fight. The TP to the wave that was prepped earlier. It looks like KC have done it.
It was an excellent play with the side lanes from KC. They TP in and clean up. It's a 5-0.
They bring it back, and this is a dominating game to take into game number 5. The death timers are too long. The minion wave is there. And KC, when their backs are against the wall, the blue wall rises out of the deep and says, not today.
KC had never made it to playoffs in LEC.
Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LEC matchup.
To round it out, a Kali top lane here. When KC's year hangs in the balance, you know it.
Adam diving the backline with a Rakan over the top of his head is incredibly hard to peel, if not impossible.
This is dangerous. Kana has a really good flank position. If BDS try to overcommit to this. Targamas having no flash though, and no ult is crucial though. BDS might be able to play this with LeBron having his ultimate.
At least they're going to get the first grab, but again for KC, they're trying to move trepidatiously into this fight. Sherry gets over the wall. There's the setup onto Closer. Jumping into the back line, LeBron gets deep, and Closer heart breaks out. But look, Targamas and Kana into the back line as Ice is getting shredded, but Kana needs the damage. The Assassin's Mark! He couldn't auto Ice. They dove so deep, but KC was split in the decision.
Support diff on that one. Lebrov had the level 6. He gets the charm. He gets the double knock-up and sets up for Adam to be able to make the play. But Vladdy?
He runs over the wall. I mean, he flashes as
No
well.
way.
He's got the damage. Upset now follows too. They get nuked down, and out he goes. Lebrov as well running for his life while KC forces him off the grub. KC hasn't he? We talked him up coming into this, and we'll talk him up again.
There is still one Void grub there if teams can get up into that position to try and steal it away. It wasn't taken after KC finished it, but 3-2, you're fine if you're going to look at Dragon.
Because they're looking at Dragon with a TP as well. Targamas with the engage. The ult comes out. The Magnet Storm brings him in place, and Jungle's just under fire. Sheo needs to find a way out, but he won't. KC with a big pick in front of the Dragon that would make 2.
And this is the problem. Adam has no TP, so Kana comes down, and the threat of him being there as well.
Very important question, Dagda. Gold is even. That 4th grub won't be taken for BDS in the end. It's going to reset. That becomes Herald now, and as Closer hovers around bot with a very weak turret, they want a little bit more. KC feeling it as Targamas sets up the engage, but turret still stands strong. Upset is taking the damage for now as the engage is there. It interrupts, and there's the quickness. Targamas is dead. Culling is max ranging Upset as well. Vladdy's here to save the day, though. A good phosphorus bomb, a good boy. The turret almost dead, but Upset can't clean it up. Vladdy dies. Upset auto attacks and he wins it out, but Sheo cleans it up as well. We are in the mud for our game 5.
Often.
And then we just come back and like, wait, maybe Jackie's is right. I mean, the game 5, Upset 4 kills Zeri is going to get them through at this point. 1,700 gold lead, 2 items. Upset got so much off the back of that play, and now for BDS challenging the Herald, this could be doom if Upset gets uptime, and I'm looking at BDS trying to approach.
Kana has a great flank angle as well. BDS have to respect it. Ignite and ultimate available. Upset looking to poke Sheo out over the wall. The Rift Herald lower and lower.
Some of our best team fighters are trying to find their fight of their dreams, but KC get themselves a Herald. Targamas goes in. Perfect execution, but the charm! LeBron's knock up is big. Adam is cleaning it up as the Heartbreaker out in the back line is even bigger. Adam survives. Kana jumps in, but he dies for the trade. Nuke got to clean up the rest, and LeBron, man, the support diff in this game 5 is insane.
It's absolutely massive. BDS find another team fight win, and now it looks like it's going to be the mid lane tower as well.
I cannot believe BDS managed to come out on the back of that, especially as I saw at the end. Ice Targamas to look for engage.
You can see Kana tried to go for the flank down the left side, but he sees he's spotted out and is now going up the opposite side as well. But BDS are doing such a good job at marking him. He's finding it really hard to find a way in.
So Sheo is tanking up as well. Lebrov is absorbing the damage too.
Ice going towards the mid lane. They're going to threaten the turrets of KC. They're going to start this up. They're going to push back BDS.
I mean, Targamas starts the engage onto Lebrov again. We watch for his flash to try and get this game across. across the finish line to get BDS back into the top 3. KC now going to be quickness on. Kana's caught out. The hope of the top lane is just dead at melee range. It's a snipe. GG kill. KC off the back end, and BDS zoned them out while the Dragon is denied from going to Soul Point. And Kana thought he had the edge on them, but it was BDS lying in wait.
Kana with the counter pick at Kali, trying his best to find a flank the entire time. Just gets chain CC'd by Labrov with the Rakan knock-up, and he falls. Immediately going to be a Mountain Dragon over the side of BDS.
I think we've got to start praising Labrov more and more, man. I mean, this game is absolutely bonkers as Adam and Sheo find closer, walking into a jungle that's no longer his. The permafrost stacked up as well. That easy. Guess who was involved in the kill again? And guess what Adam got?
It has not been a great playoffs for Labrov, but when BDS need him most, in Game 5, to push. But BDS in this series have looked way more locked in than we've seen all playoffs long. And it's now Adam who's moving bot to catch a Kana.
Because Kana's full committing, isn't he? Perfect execution there, and the culling comes through, but now an undertow to follow in as Nuke gets ultied out and the Shuriken toss to get on out, but there's a pick in mid. A pick in mid onto Targamas, and Labrov with the quickness out puts Targamas into a corner and gives Ice a nice reset. He moves into the mid lane, and Closer can't do a thing but watches.
Something here, some moment, and they're trying to find that pick onto Nuke. He still has flash.
Because Upset, he has 3 items. The hope, the carry, the pride of KC. Culling now going to be running into those 3 members as Nuke's ult is now down closer, pivoting off the edge, looking for the pick. Nuke walks into it though. The engage from Targamas is big. The shock from Upset also bigger as the rocket flies through, but Upset has his ulti available. Nuke might get the kill, but Kana fully sends it, runs on in. The final fight isn't a big question mark as the Shuriken flip. It's baited. Permafrost there. Labrov for the first time this game, not getting a good engage. BDS are low. They have to run.
They've got regardless though, not quite a Nash start for BDS.
And as we talk and live and breathe, and yeah, the turret is going to die.
Ooh, denying the local gold.
Yeah, he did. Looks like he wanted to. Still gives global gold over to BDS as Ice also picks up the Dragon, which is stat for this Olav and Sedge.
Nash at any point right now. Look at this vision. It's going to be so incredibly hard for Casey to check. I mean, they do have a little bit of vision, but they don't know if the Nash is being started.
Again, completely blind, as you said. Labrov is hovering over the wall. He can join at any time. Blast Cone is separating them as KC need to walk on in for the series, for the game, for their season finals, for their life, as Targamas is hit out hard with range. 5k being bursted down. Upset's doing damage, but still the Baron holds its ground as Closer looks for the steal. Baron hasn't fully reset. It hasn't fully reset. KC are running into the pit. Their hopes and dreams are down. Closer's dead. Baron hits the ground. Kana has to get out of there, but BDS, their macro is safe and sound.
Adam was trying to chase them out, but Targamas goes in.
Magnustorm is there. Shao re-engages onto Upset, who needs his uptime. He starts fighting it out, but Nuke runs in and takes him down. BDS are given Giant X signs of life.
Upset tries to find the angle, dashing over the wall, but Nuke does too much damage and 2 shots him.
The curse might be broken here.
Dagger,
BDS with the Baron in tow will crack open the base. The TP from Nuke onto the bottom side. They want to try and get more. KC, what have you got left in the tank? Because it feels like BDS have run it dry.
It's a major advantage. It's a major play. It is 10k. Now in BDS's back
Stepping
pocket.
up against Upset, trying desperately to lead BDS to the promised land, to guarantee themselves that they will continue to be the gatekeepers of top 3. And Baron buff now working with them. Another inhibitor tower falls.
Upset needs to pull off a miracle here. He has all the gold, all the damage, and if they can find a Viego reset, that's exactly what they need for Closer.
They haven't found one all game, have they? Closer, it's his most played champion, or his second most played rather. And BDS now with a reset, try to find the final trigger as Upset sitting back, Closer's tagged out. The range is too much to deal with. Nuke as well burns a hole right through them. Even the zap is hard to look at. The range, Aragon says exactly right. 1 Nexus turret left remaining.
Targamas has flash though. Can he find the engage? It has to be on the Rel. It has to be the support.
The man who's been criticised all year finds a Magnustorm, but Ice is not in it. KC have run out of gas. The Nexus exposed. The blue wall has turned grey. A year completely done. They were so close yet so far. And BDS will carry with them Giant X to the season finals. And BDS back to the top 3, Dagda. I want you to tell me that curse is gone.
These were the best highlights from today's LEC matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say okay. See you on the next one.